An ending no one wants to believe. Jamie Dornan returns to his wife. Dakota Johnson is alone. Jamie Dornan never imagined he would be caught in such an emotional storm. He's been through a lot in the past few years: a soaring career, a tumultuous public relationship, endless rumors, and moments of silence only he knows about. But nothing compares to the distance he's felt from his family, his wife and 2 beloved children, as fame, schedules, and other commitments have pulled him apart. Dakota Johnson, his artistic companion and fans' favorite, has long been his public face. They've been the subject of countless rumors, love, collaborations, shared scripts. But the reality is always more complicated than the spotlight. Dakota has a sincere heart, a dreamy artistic soul, but there's an invisible distance between them that she sometimes feels, a distance not from a lack of love but from life's impulses and different choices. But now, as Jamie faced the decision to return, all the storms in his heart seemed to have reached a climax. He thought of his wife, who had been with him through the turbulent years, thought of his children, the promises that had faded over time. He thought of the loneliness of not having a family. And he thought of Dakota, a fragile friendship. Dakota Johnson still held in his heart the pride of seeing Jamie shine. They had collaborated on a film project that both had poured a lot of heart into. Behind the scenes, during script discussions, they understood each other on a rare level: the same passion, the same fear, the same artistic belief. She didn't dare call it love, at least not out loud, because she knew the line between admiration, artistic affinity, and personal feelings was fragile. Dakota always kept her distance so as not to be disillusioned if everything fell apart. However, when rumors about their relationship spread across social media, Dakota became the target of hurt. She was attacked by Jamie's fans, saddened by rumors that she had stolen someone else's family happiness. She remained silent, accepting the criticism, but deep down she knew she was hurt. She still wrote small scripts, still quietly acted in films, still continued to create, but Jamie's figure seemed both near and far. When Jamie gradually realized his shortcomings, he tried to contact Dakota. Quiet messages, half-hearted apologies, then a meeting in an old studio where they both filmed. At that time, Dakota looked at him with gentle eyes mixed with fatigue. "Jamie, I'm not comfortable being surrounded by rumors. I don't want to be anyone's shadow." Jamie choked up. He knew he had dragged Dakota into unnecessary consequences. He knew he had been heartless when he just rushed into his career and forgot about her feelings. But he can change the past, he can only find a way to make amends. The day Jamie left. On a rainy afternoon, Jamie decided to announce his decision. He would return to his family, leave international contracts, and temporarily leave the media noise behind. He wanted peace. He wanted simple happiness. He wanted to find himself and become the husband and father people used to call him. When the news spread, fans reacted strongly, especially those who loved the imaginary relationship between Jamie and Dakota. On social media, many people expressed regret for Dakota. Dakota deserves to be loved completely. Why is he always the name behind? Jamie is home. It feels like a beautiful love chapter has ended. Dakota, don't be sad. You still have many people who love you. Dakota received messages from friends, from strangers, words of comfort, words of encouragement, and even words of blame for Jamie. She felt the pain of her fans, her heart felt both light and heavy. At the same time, Jamie returned home. He walked through the door where his wife and children were waiting. Inside, the warm light, tears and gentle embraces. His wife cried, not out of hatred, but out of joy, out of fear of losing him for so long. His children ran to their father. The laughter of children echoed, erasing all fatigue. Jamie collapsed, hugging his family. He felt like a lost person finding his way home. Revival and regret. Every day, Jamie started over with the smallest things, taking his children to school, cooking, chatting with his wife, tending the garden behind the house. He no longer appeared on the red carpet, no longer attended big events. Instead, there were peaceful evenings by the light in the living room. He realized that simple joy was what had been lost for so long. As for Dakota, she quietly pursued her work. She took on small roles, wrote scripts, and collaborated with friends in the industry. She lived a more private life, but she had no regrets. Every time Jamie's film project was mentioned, she still sent congratulations in her heart. Jamie once called Dakota to invite her to participate in an independent project. He said, "I still want to work with you, if you don't mind." Dakota was silent for a long time, then politely declined. She didn't want to fall into the old quagmire. Want peace. The message that followed was a well wishes. "Thank you for thinking of me. But I want to wait until things are more open. I wish you happiness with your family." Jamie was sad. He knew he had wasted a lot of time. But he also understood, there were doors that closed, people could not just open them again. He accepted. Time passed, public opinion slowly calmed down. Many people still talked about their imaginary relationship, still regretted Dakota, as a symbol of failed love. But beyond that, they saw Jamie come home, regain balance, build a family, something that many artists dream of having to sacrifice. Dakota continued her career, gradually building her own position. She smiled, her eyes still gentle but obvious. She knew she had made the right choice, not to sacrifice herself for rumors.